Hello, my name is Kelsey, and I started 2021 by puking into a popcorn bowl. Welcome back to the podcast. Can you take my shift? It's time to gather around the water cooler, everyone, for this week's spicy gossip. Hello, 2021. New year, new intro. Still the same old us. We survived in 2020, so let's try to thrive in 2021. That's really nauseating and gross.
But you know what? We love cliches, so it works.
Exactly. And just because Amy got a new Peppa Pig calendar does not mean we are still not in a Pangea anymore.
No, we still have a polygon to deal with.
So please continue to stay home, wear a mask, wash your hands, and stop going to parties.
The thing I don't understand, like, obviously numbers went up. We all knew they were going to go up before Christmas, and after Christmas. But, like, really? Who was partying on New Year's this year? Like, no one. You should have been at home.
Yeah.
It's pouring rain out. Stay home.
You know what we did? We went to the dollar store. I got a $2 tablecloth. I taped it up right in our front of our bathroom door because that's like one of the only solid walls we have. And we got absolutely plastered, and we took cute little photos in front of our thing.
Yeah,
we played games, we had a solid time, and honestly, it was better than last year's New Year's.
Absolutely. So we started 2020 off on kind of a sour note, but this year went off pretty well, so hopefully we can only go up from here. I mean, we're only 5 days in, and it's not horrible.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, Bean Dad.
That was something no one was expecting.
Yeah,
Bean Dad.
I was scared for us for there a minute. No, we both started off this New Year's with a kiss, and hopefully this year will be a chef's kiss.
Ooh, that was good. That was really good.
Yeah. So, no, we've had 2 weeks off, it was a nice break. We needed it.
Yeah.
Amy finished school. I finished my first semester. My second semester has started fully back up in full force, and I'm already panicking. I'm already full of gay panic, but it's fine.
You'll get through it.
It's fine. You know, my favorite homework of this week was I have to watch a Jeep commercial because my teacher hates Jeeps.
You should watch the Groundhog's Day one.
Okay.
It's really good. It has, what's his name from Groundhog's Day in it?
Oh, Bill Murray.
Bill Murray. Yeah, it's really good.
All right, sounds good. I'll watch the Bill Murray Jeep commercial and report back on it and let you know what my teacher says.
Please do.
Yeah, no, so unfortunately we didn't get to go see our families for Christmas, but that's okay.
It was our choice, and we were smart, unlike many politicians back in my home province of Alberta. But we won't get too much into that. I think Twitter is pretty much on top of that one for
Twitter's
everyone.
the prosecution on that one. Yeah.
So
for those who didn't get to see their families, thank you for being part of the solution, not the problem. You know, we love our families, and Christmas is just another day. We can see them when we're all vaccinated, hopefully. I don't know.
Well,
who knows at this point?
Well, you know what? We'll just see. But no, I think our Christmas went like as well as it could have. It was full of lots of love and happiness and lots of alcohol, which was always really nice. But we had a good meal with lots of loving people. We got to call everybody we love. So overall, I think the 2 weeks off were really nice, and I just want to say thanks for everyone who like reached out and was like, "When are you coming back?" That was really sweet. Yeah. So we are back. Yeah. We are here, going at it.
Yeah, we are here. I am queer. Like,
Exactly.
So we are back, better than ever. And I think we should get into today's topic, because Christmas season, know what it makes us? It makes us broke bitches.
Oh, yeah. From the months of October to December, we have $0 all the time.
Because, like, Christmas season is weird because it's that buy right before Christmas, and then there's the Boxing Day where everything goes on sale. Except sales for Boxing Day have been terrible. They're not like they used to be when we were younger.
No, but it's because now that we have Black Friday, and now that I've worked retail, most companies, their last quarter is the months of October to December or January. However, quarters work for different businesses. And now that we have Black Friday in Canada, everyone just does their sales on Black Friday to get everything done before Christmas. And then they throw up some smaller sales just right after Christmas.
But, like, I get it, because everyone wants a discount. But I want to talk about good old employee discounts. So I've had jobs where the discounts and perks have been great, amazing. My very first job, the movie theater. You got to see a free movie whenever you wanted. Like, if it was your day off, you could go to every single showing, like a movie every single showing time if you wanted.
Oh, that sounds so nice.
The only catch was if a movie was going to sell out, you weren't allowed to see it.
That's fair.
So, like, obviously, if I wanted, I think the Harry Potter Part 2 came out when I worked at the movie theater. I had to wait, I think, 2 weeks for that one before they would finally...
You couldn't even buy, like, a normal price
No,
ticket?
I was allowed to buy a normal ticket.
Yeah.
So if I was going to spend my own money, they didn't care. But if I wanted to get in for free, like the Hunger Games, I had to wait a week. But, like, most other movies, like, I saw a couple movies when they premiered because they're like, nah, it's fine. It's not going to sell out. So that was a great perk. But then I have worked jobs with no discounts and no perks.
What was the point of the job?
Exactly. Like, what are you going to give to me? Like, yeah, you're giving me money, but what else?
No, I think a lot of people now are looking for perks from jobs. Like, I will not apply to a place unless I feel like and this sounds kind of bad, but look, companies use us. They steal our time all the time. You know what? I would like at least a 30% off discount or whatever you can give me.
Yeah. So I worked so last Christmas, I briefly talked about this. I worked for a major fashion company from Vancouver, and I worked in their call center. And they had a massive call center, and they hired like 50% of their staff right before holiday season. And they had all these weird perks. Also, working there was a cult. They initiate you it's like a cult.
Oh, yeah.
It's 100% like initiation is like a cult. And you have like 2 weeks worth of training in the beginning where it's just like these classes, but they're like culty classes. And like the first week, they don't get into anything that you actually do for the job. Like, not like, here's the operating system we use. It was like, what is your personal goals? Like, it was for an activewear. So, like, they were very, like, namaste, like, what is your goals? I don't know, it's probably easy to figure out who I'm talking about, but I'm not gonna say it. And we had, like, these weird pamphlets and too, so the perk was you got 30% off clothes and accessories for yourself, but they were very, very strict on the discount, so I could only buy clothes in my size.
I thought it was size 1 down, 1
Yeah,
up.
no, depending on the item. Yeah, but you had to stay within the 3 sizes. So if, let's say, you were a size 8, you could buy only a size 10, 8, or 6. So I wasn't allowed to buy anything size 2.
No.
And I didn't wear their clothes. I literally bought, I think, only 2 items of clothing for myself because I don't really care for their clothing. I think it's overpriced for the quality that it is. But if they caught you buying anything, like they had it like running through their systems all the time, if they caught you, you would get immediately fired. Oh no, they were one of the worst I've ever met for discounts. They're so strict on their discounts.
Yeah.
And now my mother loves their clothes. So she was like, can you buy me this? And I was like, Mom, you're size 2/0.
Yeah.
Like, it's not gonna...
No, like, you'll get in trouble.
Like, I bought her a backpack because it's one size. It's a backpack, right? So... But at Christmas time, you were able to give away, like, coupons to your friends and family. And then they had friends and family shopping day where...
Oh my God, I remember that. You were trying to, like, coordinate with all your family and friends. Be like, hi, I get this discount for 1 day. Send me what you want. And you could only order a certain amount.
Yeah,
right?
so they told us, like, you would have a certain limit. So it was 40% off for a certain limit. And they said, and my limit was $400. And I was like, oh, that's great. But that was $400 before the discount.
Oh, God, so it's like 2 things.
Yeah, I think I only got 5 things because my friend Kelsey, she loves their clothes too. She wanted a jacket that was $110 because it was on sale for a great price.
Yeah.
But they charge you the regular price. So, like, because I told her, send me a list of what you want. She sent me a list of, like, 35 things on it. And I love her. And, like, it's fair. Like, to be fair, I never told her that I had a dollar limit.
Yeah, no, that was on you, man.
Yeah. And then they told us that, and I was like, all right, you get, I think I let my sister pick one thing, my mom pick one thing, Dan pick one thing, Kelsey picked one thing, and then her brother got one thing.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I'll get one.
Everybody gets one.
Yeah. And then I got also coupons that you could give to your friends and family to use on their own time that were like 30% off. So I gave them those all because, like, yeah, the entire time I worked there, I only bought a dress for myself and a shirt, and you wear the dress more than I do.
Oh, yeah, that dress is so comfy.
Yeah. So we also offered discounts to other people. So if you were a first responder, you got believe it was 10 to 20% off discount. I can't remember.
Yes.
Yeah. So it was a first responder and military. But a lot of the time, places will give, like, military spouse discounts. We didn't do that. It was just military. You had to have an active military card. And then for first responder, it was just the first responder. So if you were, like, a police officer, you had to have your badge, or you had to have proof you were a first responder.
Yeah.
And again, very rigid on this discount. If you were only allowed to buy on this discount for yourself as well. So one time I was working in the chat, like the good old live chat.
Yes.
And I get a question. It's like, someone sends in, hey, like, how does the first responder discount work? And I was like, this is how, like, I sent all the rules. You have to be a first responder. You get 20% off. Oh, my boyfriend's a first responder and he didn't get the discount. And I was like, oh, did he not have any proof of ID? He did. And I was like, okay, can you tell me like a little bit more? If he shows his ID, he should get the discount. And she was like, he was buying me a pair of leggings and she refused to give him the discount. And I was like, okay, well, just let you know, like, the discount only works for him. It doesn't work for friends and family. Well, what if the leggings were for him? I was like, okay, I understand that, but you just said the leggings were for you. Well, the cashier didn't know that. Well, like, when you buy clothing, it has to be in your size. So maybe the cashier saw that they were not his size. So I'm very sorry about the mix-up, but unfortunately it's not for you. Well, if I hadn't told you, you wouldn't have known it's not for me. Yes, that's true, but you did admit you were lying. So, like, I can't do much because like, we were allowed to do, if like a problem was bad, we were allowed to just give out $20 gift cards whenever we wanted.
Yeah, of course.
But, like, she already admitted she was lying. So she was like, well, how do you know they're not from him? What if he was trans? Are you transphobic? Is blank company transphobic?
Oh no, she's trying to get some social media story.
Yeah, and I was like, are you kidding me? Like, my gay ass is sitting there next. Also, too, the call center was like, it was the whole LGBTQIA plus community, like half of us there and I'm sitting beside this guy who is also gay, and then besides another girl who is also gay, and the three of us are like, alrighty, they're just sitting beside, because like they literally stopped working just to sit beside me and watch this chat go off.
Yeah.
And she starts going off on me, and I was like, So, like, and the guy besides me, he's like, just go off back on her, sis. Because, like, I had already put in my 2 weeks at this time. And this was, like, my second to last shift. And he's like, just do whatever you want. Just be fun with it. I don't know. Like, and I was like, well, okay, I'm being called transphobic. And, like, our company's not transphobic. And, like, even if, I don't know. But, like, you're calling me transphobic because I'm telling you that you broke the rules and you got caught.
Yeah, and you admitted to breaking the rules and getting caught, which is now transcribed in a live chat.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you were even going to try to do anything, there is written evidence.
Yeah.
You incriminated yourself, darling.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry.
So I was like, this company respects, like, all, like, genders, ethnicities. Like, I went off with, like, the whole, like, company is an equal, like, you know, like, that we are an equal active employer and we do not discriminate.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm very sorry for your experience. I will record yours for future training. And then she, like, just logged off, and I was like, okay.
Well,
You're not getting a gift card. No, like, the thing with customer service. Okay, so if you ever call customer service and with a problem, if you are just super nice,
yeah,
that's when you'll get the like, oh, I'm gonna do something nice for you and get a gift card. Or that's when they don't put you on hold for 10 minutes because they need to speak to someone.
Yeah.
You know, if you're mean and they put you on hold for 10 minutes, maybe I'm crying and I'm trying to gather myself. That's why you've been on hold for 10 minutes, because you've yelled at me and I've started crying. But, like, if you're just like, hey, and then you just go, like, half the time when people are really nice and I couldn't fix their problem, I give them a gift card.
Why not?
Yeah.
Well, that's like even me at the coffee shop. Like, half the time, you know, one of the discounts we give out at the coffee shop is like birthday drinks. You know, like, it shows up in your card, and sometimes people are like, oh, like, I guess it doesn't work. And I was like, well, is it your birthday? They're like, yeah, it is. And I'm like, well, happy birthday. Here. Like, I'll give it to them anyway. Like, I don't care enough. But some of the people are, like, so adamant and so rude about it that I'm like, no, I'm not giving it to you. You're making my life difficult and you're being a jerk about it. Like, no.
Yeah, so if you want a discount, just, like, be really, really nice.
Yeah.
And, like, even if, like, a problem is, like, really messed up, just be like, oh no, what happened? It's almost better to, like, play dumb when a problem has gone really wrong than be really angry.
Yeah.
Because you can figure it out together with them.
That's 100% what I do all the time. So I'm like, let's work through. Like, what did you do here? I kind of feel a little bit like a psychiatrist. I'm like, let's work through our problems together, shall we?
Yeah. So that was, like, awful. Like, the whole discount thing there was so stickler, which I think was silly, but I get it. The clothes are very expensive, but it was, come on. Like, like, I don't know. I thought it was stupid. And then the other thing we got was we got $100 gift card every month for group activity classes. But they had to be workout classes, but they had to be in a group. So you couldn't use it towards like a gym membership or like anything one-on-one.
So it'd be like bar or like Soul Cycle or yoga.
Exactly. It had to be like bar, Soul Cycle, yoga. It couldn't even be like drop-in sport. It had to be a drop-in class. So you couldn't use it. Like, I think like some gyms do classes. You could only use it like for the extra class, but you couldn't use it to anywhere towards like your gym membership because they wanted to get their employees out there in the active community, which they're paying you basically $100 a month to wear their clothes and go work out.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So it was a very weird discount. I had it for 1 month and I never used it.
Yeah, I remember you being like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what, like, kind of class I want to go to. And then you put in your 2 weeks, and it's like, well, not going to do it now.
Because they also, too, had free yoga classes in our workplace.
Yeah.
We had a yoga studio, and I was like, oh, because when I first got the job, I was like, all right, I'm going to get in so much shape, like, right before New Year's, going to have, like, go into 2020 with, like, a slammin' bod. No, because I hated that place, and I'd clock out for my shift, and I wanted to get out of that building so fast. I was like, I want to go home. I do not want to be here. And then I was so tired from working 2 jobs that I was like,
just let's go home and sleep.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to go to Soul Cycle and achieve, believe, dream.
Nah, not worth it.
Yeah. And then we also had around Christmas time, they had all these theme days where they like brought in food.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Which those weren't bad too, but it was just like, sometimes you kind of wonder, it's like, so they've probably spent, because they had like a community that picked up did these theme days, and like part of you is kind of like, so you spent probably about $5,000 on this theme day.
Yeah.
Couldn't you have just like split that up and given everyone just like a little bonus?
You would think, but no, that's not how companies like to give you perks over other things, which in some ways the perks seem nice, right? Like free food, great. I don't have to pack lunch that day, you know?
Yeah.
Or free like Spotify or free, like the coffee shop gives me like a free meditation app, which is great. Like when I remember to use the app is great and it's lovely. I looked up how much one of these memberships are a year. They're close to $200 a year for this meditation app. And I'm like, you could just give everybody an extra raise. Like, just give everyone a raise.
It's like, raise? Pizza party.
Yeah. Because it's easier for them to do that than give everybody a raise.
Yeah.
But we digress.
Yeah. And then also, too, I remember the sales they would put on, like they used to do warehouse sales and people would message me all the time and I was like, we don't do that anymore. But when is the warehouse sale? Because they thought it was some sort of secret. And like,
it used to be.
Yeah, but like they're like, so, and I one time once had somebody like send me a bunch of winky faces going, sure you don't know where it is. And I was like, there is no warehouse sale anymore.
I'm sure you'll find out way earlier than I do through social media. Janet, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, Janet, and I do not care. They haven't told me about a sale, so like I am not holding out. The 300 of us here under the fluorescent lights aren't holding out on you, Janet.
We are not.
Because I get it, everyone's chasing a discount and like...
Well, like, let's be very honest here. As somebody who went to school for fashion, retail, marketing things, you buy anything at full price that is not like Louis Vuitton or like a really high-end company, you're a sucker.
Yeah.
You're an absolute chump. Like, just wait for it to go on sale. Even if that sale's 20%, 30%. Never buy anything full price. I could see maybe, like, a couple things. Again, like I said, Gucci's never gonna go on sale.
Yeah.
You can buy secondhand Gucci. It's not gonna be quite the same. But you know what I mean, right?
Okay, then what is your opinion? Okay, because I'm sure you have an opinion on this.
Probably.
Limited edition items.
Ooh. Okay, are we talking like Supreme? Do you know what Supreme is, Kelsey?
Yeah, okay. Yes, I know.
Sorry,
Supreme.
Some people don't. For those who might not know, Supreme is in my opinion, a stupid company, but a great business model because they do what are called quote-unquote drops. They come out with like a product. Like I remember one time they literally came out with a brick. And the brick said Supreme on it. They sold these bricks for like $2,000. And they were sold out
I saw they sold Oreos, and I was like, red Oreos.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, ooh, that'd be tasty. But I'm not paying $200 for Oreos. I think limited edition items are interesting, but they're never actually limited edition.
Oh, yeah.
And I think a really good example of this is when we really wanted that Disney American Eagle collection this winter. Because we kept looking. We wanted these jeans. Because we fit the same size jeans. So we were like, hey, we could split the jeans and it's fine. And on the website, they kept being like, not applicable for any discounts. And none of the items ever sold out, but they kept going limited edition, limited stock. They said all these things. And what happened right before Christmas? It all went on sale.
Yeah.
And now it is all on sale again because the stuff had such a high markup that, sure, some limited edition is a great thing because it makes people's brains go, oh, it's limited. I have to get it. I need to get it. Most of the time, though, it's not limited. Like, it'll end up at an outlet store. Obviously, you might not be able to get the item that you want. Like, those jeans are gone. They're removed off the website.
Yeah.
You can't find them anymore. But I kind of think limited edition items are kind of dumb. And in my brain anyway, unless it is something that you can absolutely see yourself spending money on, you've saved up, you have a disposable income to do that, sure, go for it, especially if it's an item that you really, really, really want. But if it's an item that you're kind of on the fence about and you only want it because it's limited edition and you think it's going to sell out, just wait. It'll probably go on sale. If it sells out, I am sure in like a year, or 6 months even, it's going to show up on Depop. It's going to show up on Primark. It'll show up somewhere else of someone trying to resell it for a slightly lower price.
Or higher price. Oh, that reminds me of... So
Look, we could have a whole episode about like Depop and other things like that and resellers, but...
Well, but like I want to talk about... we can talk a little bit more about that. But so when we worked in the theme park, when a limited edition items would come out...
Oh, God.
People would line up. Now, especially our good old friends, our annual pass holders, or as we lovingly called them, ass holders.
Yeah.
Because they were all assholes.
They were some of the most entitled people I've ever met. And I can think of one really good instance when one of the parks was having an anniversary. And I remember they came out with this limited edition Funko Pop.
Amy, you love Funko Pops so much.
I love Funko Pops. Please continue buying me them. That is sarcasm. Do not buy me Funko Pops.
If everyone would like to send Amy a Funko Pop, I will set up a P.O. box.
Oh, I hate them so... They're just so creepy.
If anyone lives in California, I think there's a build your own Funko Pop store. If anyone wants to make a Funko Pop of Amy
if
and
someone
send
made
it to
a
her.
Funko Pop of me, that would be kind of cool. And actually, that museum's in Seattle.
Oh, I thought it was in California.
No, I think it's in Seattle.
Well, maybe they have a store in California too. I don't know. Americans, let us know.
Anyway, okay, if someone wants to make a Funko Pop of me, I wouldn't say no. That's kind of cool. But anything else, no. Anyway, besides the point, my friend really wanted this limited edition Funko Pop. And I was like, sure, I will try to get my hands on it for you. I go and wait in line. And I see people walking out of the store with bags full of these quote-unquote limited edition Funko Pops. And these people have probably bought like 15 or 20 of them. What are they going to go do? Resell them because they got their discount on them and now they're going to sell them for a higher price or a markup even. And then I had to go to work and I was with a friend and I was like, hey, do you mind standing in line for me so I can kind of see where the lineup goes? Because I didn't think it was that long. No, this lineup looped, the attraction that this lineup was in had like a separate area where kids could kind of like do interactive things. They had looped it through the interactive place like 2 times. And I was like, I gotta be at work in like 20 minutes. Like, I am not waiting. And I felt really bad. She really wanted the Funko Pop. Like, it was just really cool. And oddly enough, they didn't sell out of them. I went back 2 days later. They had a bunch. So half the time when people try to buy limited edition items, they turn out not to be limited edition.
No, they just say it to like it's just a marketing ploy.
Yeah, it's a marketing ploy.
Yeah. No, and then also too, so these ass holders, they started having to put things on their account, being like you can't buy more of 10 of an item.
Yeah.
Because when they came out with these rose gold headbands,
oh my God,
they were like everyone had to have them, and like literally, so Amy managed to track down 3 of them.
Oh my God, that was the best moment of my life. we were very basic white bitches when we lived in Florida. We breathed rose gold. We were really excited. So I was searching everywhere for these rose gold ears, and I walked into a shop, and I didn't even walk in. I was passing the shop, and my white girl senses must have tingled. Because in the corner of my eye, I saw this shelf, and it was, like, picked through, and I, like, ran into the store and grabbed them and, like, put them on the counter, and the girl looked down and looked so done with me. And I was like, hi, thank you so much. I'm just really excited. And she was like, yeah. And she's like, she asked me if I had an annual pass discount. And I was like, I actually work here. And she's like, uh-huh. And I was like, I'm sorry. I just really want these for me and my friends. Because I brought them home and we were all excited. We wore them all the time. Did people ask you to buy them off of you? All the time.
They offered to buy them off my head.
Yeah.
And because I remember one day we all wore them and I think we got stopped like 10 times.
So many times.
And people were like, where'd you get them? Where'd you get them? And we're like, this store, but they're probably sold out. This store, like 2 weeks ago. Like, I think, Amy, someone offered you $20 for yours.
No, someone offered me $50.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah.
Because
they're worth more than $20.
Oh, with our discount, I think they came to 20, like, with our discount at the time. Mm-hmm. And then someone was like, yeah, I'll give you $50. And I was like, tempting, because I'm broke.
Yeah.
But no. I love these, so no.
Yeah. And then, like, literally a month later, they just had stacks of them. Right? Because, like...
supply and demand.
Exactly. And then they couldn't get rid of them.
Yep.
Yeah, and I mean, I still have a pair. I still have my pair. They're cute. We love them.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, limited edition and, like, these... Because also, too, so the reason why they asked, like, if you are annual pass holders, because annual pass holders got a whopping 10% off.
I thought it was 15.
No, it's 10.
Oh.
Because, 10? No, yeah, because annual pass holders and the timeshare people both got 10% off. Maybe it was 15 for merchandise, but I know it was 10% for food.
Okay, I think maybe that's what it was, yeah.
So they got, 10% off. So
saved some tax.
Yeah, exactly. So, but they were the biggest assholes about this discount I've ever seen. Like, I understand if you get, like, because we got, what was it, 30 and then 40? No, it was 20, then 40.
Yeah, it was 20 all year round, unless you'd worked there for over 3 years. Then you got 30, I believe. And then at Christmas time, between the months of usually it was like October to February or October to January, you got 40% off.
Oh, and we used and abused that 40.
Oh boy, did we ever. But, like, how can you not?
Exactly. We're so broke, they expect it to us. They make their money back.
Maybe it wasn't the same thing for you, but when I had to deal with the annual pass discount, we had to ask for photo ID because the name on the annual pass had to match the name on the ID.
No, I don't think we did.
Oh, so you guys got off the hook a lot easier than we did. We were told all the time that you had to have photo ID because people would just give their annual passes and be like, yeah, go use my discount. Like you had a friend visiting from out of town or whatever. And a lot of the times, people would get really upset with us because they would say, I was at this park the other day, they didn't ask me, or they didn't ask me here. And I would always go, well, I'm asking you here now. It's actually policy. So unfortunately, if you're not willing to show me your ID, or if you can't give me one with your name on it, I can't give you your 15% off.
I mean, I only dealt with it in the restaurant because the discount was for food and drink, but not alcohol.
Well, yeah.
And it was not all food and drink. So when I worked at the popcorn and beer cart, we didn't take annual pass discount. And people would get so mad. We were talking about food and drink. I was like, well, you don't get a discount on alcohol.
Yeah.
Like, it's alcohol.
Well, see, and then we served alcohol in my merchandise store, so then people thought because we were technically merchandise, they could pull that off. And I'd be like, no, this is still alcohol. This is still beer and wine. No, I'm not giving you a discount.
And, like, they get mad at me. I'm like, it's $5 for popcorn. It's popcorn, lady.
Get over it.
Like, what do you, like, $5, 10% off? Like, I don't know how math works, but, like, do you need the 10 cents it saves you? Like, it was so stupid. They would get so mad at you. And also, too, is they had to always, they had to present the pass first.
Yes.
And I don't know how many times I heard of my friends going, they would ring up a giant order, and then they would pay, and then they'd go, I didn't get my discount.
You'd have to go back and... it was also frustrating because this theme park had a Visa card. And that Visa card also entitled you to a certain % off.
Oh, that was 15.
Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah.
But you couldn't stack them. You had to choose one or the other. And so people would always get mad because you couldn't stack them. And I was like, you're still getting a discount at the end of the day. And it just always drove me so insane because when we wanted to use our employee discount, they were so strict. Like half the time, they would check to make sure my credit card would match my name on my employee ID that had my face on it. Like, I remember one time, it was with my dad, and he wanted to buy something for my stepmom, and then he was like, I'll buy you something too, just using my discount. But I was like, still, that was really nice, and he bought himself something too, and he went, and he's like, well, I'll pay for it, and I was like, no, like, I have to pay for it, and he went, why? And I explained to him the whole situation. He goes, oh, okay, and I got up to the till, and it was this old man working. And I just asked him very politely. I went, hi, I'm a little nervous my credit card might get declined because I was short on funds. And I was just like, I'm a little nervous. This is my father. I will show you both of our IDs. If my card gets declined, can I use his to pay? And the old man just went, no. And I was like, fair enough. I shooted my shot. I explained my situation. Thankfully, my card did not get declined, so we were all good. My dad just e-transferred me immediately.
Yeah. Well, what happened was so when we didn't work there anymore, but I was still working for the company in their IT department, I went down on vacation with Caitlin and my mom and Caitlin's mom. And the hotel we were staying at, I wanted a pin because I liked getting the pins of the hotels I stayed at.
Yes.
So I was paying with cash because I had just had a bunch of American cash and I was like, I don't live here anymore. Get rid of it. Yeah. And it was, I always forget every time that, like, when I came back to Canada, I was like, all right, we don't use pennies here.
Yeah.
So now I had been there for a year. I go down and I'm rooting for my wallet for a penny because I think it was like because I had the discount too. So like after my discount, I think it was like $8.53 and I was looking for 3 cents and my mom goes, oh, I have a penny. And the cashier goes, no, you cannot give her any money or I will decline the sale and she could be fired over a penny.
Sir, this penny is worthless. It is almost less than worthless.
So this penny is worthless in my country. Yeah. Like, I literally, like, I was just shocked. I was shocked. And my mom, like, literally was like, because my mom's not very non-confrontational. Yeah. She was like, oh, okay. And I was like, don't worry, let me get a penny. So I, like, finally found a penny. Because literally looking through my wallet, and my mother was like, oh, I have one. Because my mother is, like, the person who carries change. Yeah. So I was, like, so upset. And, like, I never do this, but I was like, you can't talk to somebody like that. No. So I was having, like, a really bad day because I hadn't slept. And I go into the lobby and I was like, can I just say like something? I was just like, I don't ever ask to speak to a manager, but I was like, this man threatened to have me fired. Can, like, maybe he not do that?
Can you just maybe, like, let him know it's not worth it over a damn penny?
And, like, don't threaten my mother with having me fired. And then, like, he gave us some free passes and apologized. And I was like, I was also so sleep deprived. I started crying. He's like, are you okay? And I was like, in Canada, we don't do things like that.
We are polite and respectable.
We are passive aggressive. We are not mean.
Like, do you know how many times people at the coffee shop, they're literally, they owe me 5 cents on their card, and I just go, don't worry about it. It's 5 cents. Yeah. Or because our systems are American, so our systems still say like $5.22. And so if the person's short like 3 cents, I just go like, no, because at the end of the day, like, the system doesn't count that even as money at all. But
or I've been like to places too, like where they're like, oh, do you have a nickel? Because they don't want to break open a roll. Yeah. And I'm like, sorry, I don't. And then they just don't. Yeah. They just give you a full back.
It's not worth counting all those nickels later.
But no,
let me tell you.
It was literally because it wasn't even the 40 when we went. It was
just the regular discount.
It was the regular 20% off discount, and I was like, dear Lord, like,
sir, get a hobby.
Like, exactly, get a personality.
Get a personality.
Yeah. No, like I get it. Some people do use it. Like, some people thoroughly abuse their employee discounts.
Oh, no, of course.
But if I could understand him going on a power trip if I had literally grabbed all of the pins.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's going to be this credit card, this credit card, this credit card, but over a penny.
Yeah, like, ugh. Some people at the theme park took their job, like, way too seriously. Your job is not a personality trait. I mean, like, we all thought it was at the time.
Mm-hmm. But, like, they don't care about you. They laid off how many of you? No. Your minimum wage jobs do not care about you.
No.
And also, too, like, people only usually enforce policies when you're being an absolute dick to them.
Yep.
And then they're like, fine, I'm going to be a dick back in the only way I can customer service-wise. Because, of course, you know, that's the only way we can be, because, you know, the customer is always right.
Yes.
But if you're a bitch to us, then okay, store policy.
Yep, no.
No. I remember, though, and also, too, one thing that bugs me is, so there's this new so Amy and I are always looking for, like, TikToks that, like, we can post on our social media, because, like, I'm also on customer service TikTok. I'm on coffee shop TikTok.
Yes.
And some people, like, or, like, there's this one, it was, like, there's this one, like, trend going around. It's, like, if you worked for a corporation, tell me, like, a secret of the corporation. And there was one about the coffee shop going around that...
Yes, actually, this happened before that trend.
Oh, it did? Okay.
Yes, this happened pre-COVID. Like, believe it or not, but this like,
there was a time?
Yeah, there was a time before.
There was time before Panico Pizza.
So, at my coffee shop, there's always been a quote-unquote, like, secret menu, and then now there's annoying TikTok drinks, and because of TikTok, lots of coffee shop partners have gone on there to, like, grieve their errands. Like, one of my favorite TikTokers, I think his name is Spencer Hua. He always does his, like, daily scream. If anyone's seen those videos, welcome back. If you know if you're new here, you know what time it is. Like, I love him. He used to work for the coffee shop, and then it became a whole thing where someone who didn't even work at a store tried to get him fired through corporate, but he wasn't even saying anything bad about the coffee shop. He ended up putting in his 2 weeks, and he's thriving. He's living his best life. But this thing happened on coffee shop TikTok where they said, here's a way to, like, get a discount. So at the coffee shop, we all have employee numbers. We have employee cards, and these numbers are attached to your name and what get you your discount. The rules of this card is you have to, when you order, you say what you want, and then you go, hi, I have a partner discount. And then they say, yes, okay, so do you have your card? You give them their card, you swipe it. Sometimes they'll ask for confirmation of your name or your number. And then we have to say, like, yes. Other times, technically the policy is if you don't have your card, if you have a piece of photo ID that has your name on it, that's okay. You can still get your discount as long as you're willing to show your photo ID. And so on and so forth. Not everyone does the photo ID thing. Sometimes people just be like, can you tell me, like, your name and what store do you work at? Because most of the time that covers the bases. But someone on TikTok discovered that on the receipts it showed your partner number. And it showed your partner number that way if anyone was doing anything fishy on, like, your till, or if a partner was giving away things that they weren't supposed to be, they can track you down and unfortunately fire you. So TikTok found out if you found these partner numbers, went to another store, you could steal these numbers and get discounts whenever you wanted, however you wanted. Because, again, not everybody asks for ID. Some people will just flat out take the numbers, and, you know, they'll, like, learn the names eventually, right? And it became, like, a huge thing. Thankfully, I never saw one at my store, but oddly enough, like, I brought it up to my manager, and I was like, hey, like, have you heard about this? And I showed it to him, and he was like, that's insane. I was like, yeah, because apparently when partners were figuring this out, before they would give out any receipt whatsoever, they would cross out the partner number as, you know, protection. Because, again, they can track your partner number. So, for example, like, I live in Vancouver. If all of a sudden my partner number starts being used in Arkansas, like, that's raising a red flag, especially if it's like, oh, I'm at work at, like, 3:02 and you use your partner number in Florida at 3:10, right? Like, it just, something's not adding up. So you can lose your job over doing that. And it became this huge thing. They had to put out like a corporate memo, all this stuff, and they actually ended up changing the receipts. So now I think the receipts only show the first 3 digits, and you can't do anything with that. Like, there's nothing you can do. So that was TikTok using their powers for evil, and I don't appreciate it. Next to the TikTok drinks that make my life a living hell, I also don't appreciate that at all. But that was fun. That was really weird.
Also, I saw one the other day where it was like, oh, here's how you get a free drink and food from the coffee shop. You ask them for a coffee tasting, because they do this thing where it's like a coffee tasting where you can get like a coffee and a food pairing. First of all,
not during COVID, you can't.
Yeah, nobody's got time for that.
No.
Whatsoever.
The thing is, we will do coffee tasting. That's part of like our thing, right? You're supposed before COVID, when things were normal, you could do coffee tastings. We would literally go around the store and like sample drinks and sample food. Be like, here you go, like here's our coffee, and things have pairings, right? Like different flavor notes pair well with different things. It just makes sense. No, whoever on TikTok. I also came across a TikToker who was like, oh, if you want a Frappuccino for cheaper, do this. And I was like, this is going to taste like absolute hot, flaming trash. Nobody's going to want to taste that. You're saving someone $1 to make the barista's life a living hell. It ain't worth it, sis. It's just not worth it. Nope.
Although I did see a hack on TikTok that, like, for discount wise, that it honestly was like, all right. So we're, of course, like, you know, when you're ordering stuff online, it's like you spend $60 to get free shipping. Because Amy was looking to buy some stuff, and she was like, do you want anything? I was like, no, I don't really have any money right now. And she's like, but so I could either spend this much and shipping's this much, or if we spend this much, shipping's free. And then I saw this stupid TikTok of this guy going, buys enough for free shipping and then just return something because they had free returns.
That's a smart hack, honestly.
Yeah.
But in my defense, I'm trying to avoid the mall. Like, I just want to be able to buy anything online that I don't have to go to the mall for. And half the time it's like, do I pay the $10 for shipping, or do I pay the $3 in bus fare? Like, does it just, I don't know. It becomes a whole thing. But
yeah.
That's TikTok using its powers for good.
Yeah, so TikTok, please use your powers for good for discounts. Like, and also, too, like, any discount that berates a poor employee, nah. These hacks that, like, fuck with a poor employee, no.
Well, I remember when I did my retail job for a little bit, they had this policy where if you bought something and within 7 days, if it ended up going on sale, we would price match. And honestly, like, I didn't mind that. That seems like a fair thing. There wasn't a lot of times when things would go on sale within that window. Some things would, but it was very rare. And I remember this one time, this lady walks in and she's like, hi, like, I bought this purse. I think she bought it 10 days ago. And she's like, and I know you have a policy, so, like, I would just like to get a refund because now it's on sale. And I was there. I was just, like, newly trained to be, like, a key holder there. And then I had my brand new assistant manager with me. So we were both a little, like, shifty on the rules. Like, both of us together, yes, we know the rules. But, you know, when you're both brand new, you're like, okay, like, let's figure this out together. And we were like, okay, yes, your receipt says, like, it's been over 10 days. Unfortunately, because of this policy, we can't give you the price exchange because it's been over the policy date, and then it'll flag something in our system, and then we have to explain to corporate why we made the decision we did. It's a whole thing. It's not worth it. And the girl was with her sister, and she goes, okay, so if I can't do that, then I want a refund, and my sister's gonna buy the bag under the discount. And me and my manager look at each other, we look back at them, and we go, no, you can't do that. And she goes, why not? And we explained to them, you just told us you're trying to get a discount on a product you have already bought. You can't, like, they were trying to cheat the system, but, like, not in a smart way. If they were going to do that, they just return it. One sister walks in, returns it, walks out, the other sister walks in, buys the bag. That's how they should have done it. But they didn't. They're trying to, you know, berate the system right in front of my face. And I was like, no, sorry, we're not doing this.
It's the same thing with the fashion leggings.
Exact same situation. Like
If you're gonna cheat the system, don't tell me about it first.
No. Like, be smart, okay? Like, we're all smart human beings. Just, like, work it out. And so then the girl goes, well, if you're not going to give us a discount, then we're just going to return the bag full price. And that's even worse. At this point in the day, we'd barely made any sales. And this is like a $400 bag. So a minus $400 in your day, minus, I think the bag would have come down to like $330. I wasn't going to lose $330 over a stupid thing. So I was just like, okay, well, we're going to redo. I made sure, I was like, okay, if your sister's going to buy it, completely different credit card, everything. I will not do it unless it's on a different credit card, because that's a corporate kind of secret. If it's on a different credit card, it's harder to track. Yeah. So I'm not trying to like out anything. I guess that's my TikTok corporate secret.
Yeah.
If you're going to be shifty, do it on 2 separate credit cards with different names.
Exactly.
And so we did, and the sisters looked so smug. We were like, just leave.
Ooh, you got away with it.
Wow, I'm so happy you made my minimum wage life miserable. I hope it was worth it for that $70.
Yeah, the thing with discounts, to summarize the whole discount talk, from stores giving discounts to employee discounts, I would say there's 3 rules you should follow.
Okay.
1, use and abuse smartly. Mm-hmm. If you are going to abuse something, don't get caught. Don't tell anybody what you're doing.
No.
And don't do it too much.
No.
Pick a time, pick a certain amount. As long, like, it's all legal, but, like, there's the gray area. You're allowed to dance in the gray area, but be smart about it.
Oh, yeah.
2, if you have to berate or mess with a minimum wage employee to get a discount, you do not deserve a discount.
No, you don't. And it's not worth it. It's truly not worth it. So you're saying about the gray area, it's like Goldilocks, not too hot, not too cold. Just right.
Just right. And my 3rd and final rule for discounts is just wait for them. Just never buy anything full price. No. Buy it with a discount. Buy it on sale. And in the wise words of my mother, so when we were children, my mother never bought anything that wasn't on sale. Mm-hmm. She was taking my sister grocery shopping, and my mother goes and grabs toilet paper. Now, my sister is 6 at this time, and she goes, "No, Mommy, we can't buy it. It's not on sale, Mommy. No, we can't buy it." And she's like, "It's toilet paper. It's okay." So...
Essentials are okay.
Essentials, full price, everything else, get that discount.
Yeah, get that discount and be nice to your minimum wage workers.
Yeah. So, thank you so much for our first episode of 2021. We are so happy to be back. Thank you, Kaylee, for berating us on Twitter to come back. We only came back for you.
Only you.
Only you.
And Cleffa.
Yeah.
Thanks, Cleffa.
And not my mom. She's still not listening. Maybe in 2021 she'll start listening.
That's her resolution.
Yeah. So, Amy, why don't you give us we changed the intro, but let's keep the outro. Give us the plug.
All right. I might be a little rusty, but hopefully I can still say our acronyms. But again, thank you guys so much for listening. We're very happy to be back. And if you want to keep up with us all the time, no matter where, you can find us on Instagram at Can You Take My Shift. We love to post there. You'll find lots of fun TikToks. We might have some other surprises coming up this month. Just keep an eye out there. You can follow us on Twitter. I would like to start shit posting more on Twitter. That is also a resolution of mine. But
getting more Twitter beefs.
Yeah, getting more Twitter beefs. It's just fun and silly. But to follow us on Twitter, it's CYTMS Podcast. We also have our own Twitters. You can find those in the bios if you want to follow us personally. You can listen to us on Spotify. You can listen to us on Google Podcasts. You can listen to us on Apple Podcasts. And if you listen to us on Apple, please drop us a 5-star rating or give us a lovely little review. We love to see those, and it helps us stay on the charts. You can also listen to us on Anchor, and you can also listen to us on YouTube if you prefer to watch it visually. We also have a lovely Christmas special that we put up on YouTube. So if you like to see 2 people decorating gingerbread houses and want to see who won, you can check out the video there. Spoiler alert, Amy won by 1 vote.
By one vote.
And I will take it. I will take it.
That's just because Mason couldn't vote.
I still win. And yeah, I think that's everywhere people can follow us and want to keep up with us. But yes, we're so happy to be back. We have lots of fun things in store for this year. I don't want to spoil anything just in case things don't follow through. So for now, we are happy to be here for your listening pleasure and your watching pleasure on YouTube and for your meme pleasure on social media. So until next week, Kelsey, can you take my shift?
I can't because I'm working on my New Year's resolution, which is to get more Twitter followers than my boyfriend. So if 11,376 people would like to follow me, then I can take Amy's shift.
Okay, that's... It might not be for a while.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.